If it don't apply, let it fly. My voice. I could wait to record this video, but then I won't want to. What's up, gang? It's your boy, May9K. And what I wanted to do today was basically like a long form revisiting of if it don't apply, let it fly / we listen and we don't judge / whatever else I was saying. I don't know. Basically what I wanted to do this video was I wanted to go over some of the videos in the series so far, and I wanted to basically kind of talk about the overall sentiments of each video, because there's been things I've wanted to revisit since making those videos, because, you know, I read a good amount of the comments. I try, sometimes I spend days just kind of going through each video, seeing what people are saying, both positive, negative, constructive, asshat, I don't know, I just, you know what I mean? And I wanted to do that today. So yeah, let's do some long form. First, I want to start this video by saying thank you to everyone that's been just supportive of the series, liking the videos, following me on all platforms. I am everywhere at all platforms. Thanks for hanging out. Whenever I do my streams, I usually try to start with quick matches, and that's when I play with everyone. If you want to join into a game, join into a game. It's quick match. If we want to do 6 DPS, all strategists, whatever, I'm down. Like, quick match is fun, and I enjoy doing that. That being said, some of you are a little bit less than nice. But anyways, let's get into it. First video I want to talk about is my group video that has currently 1.6 million views. Thank you all for watching. These videos are my experiences. I'm taking all these videos are things that either I've experienced, I've seen, I've done personally myself, or I've seen my friends do. Like, I'm not grabbing clips from random things and making videos off that. I'm making it off of what I see. Now, keep in mind, I peaked Gold 1, Season 0. I'm currently Silver 3.
Boo this man!
All right. Okay. Relax, everyone. And basically, that video was about trying to show people just some of the basics of Groot and how to play him, because I noticed that people did not understand what Groot does. So I did that because I was playing with Groots that didn't know what the frig they were doing. And a lot of the sentiment of that video is, most of the comments, wow, I didn't know this. Some variation of, wow, I didn't know this. Oh, I was shooting down his walls anyway, and I am Groot. That's been the sentiment of those videos. And then, but one thing I'll get is the odd person that will go, you didn't know that? Dude. What do you mean you don't go through every character in the practice range? That's another sentiment that was making me mad, was that you think that people have time to just go through every character in the practice range and read every character's abilities. Now, I did that personally because I really want to get good at this game and I really like this game. However, I also understand that other people have lives to live. Other people want to touch grass. Other people don't give a frig and will never give a frig about certain characters in this game because they know they're never going to play them, even as a joke. In general, I'd also made a video about just shooting people's equipment, because I don't understand how certain equipment lives for as long as it does. Even now, like, Groot walls, like, okay, Groot, the big Groot wall gives him bonus health. Why do I ever see that wall living for more than 3 seconds? Especially when I have a Punisher on my team. Take the wall down. Like, bro, you have bullets and we have a rocket. Just fire into the... Anyways, another sentiment of the equipment video was everyone was also talking about Namor's squids. which I personally haven't had a problem with Namor Squids living that long. But like, why are y'all just not? Look, shoot everything. If anything is on the field that is not your team, shoot at it, dog. Why are Namor Squids living for that long? That's like a lot of his damage. Especially me, because I can't aim for shit. So those squids be inflating my stats for sure. All that damage, half of it is not me. Oh, shout out to the squids. Another video I made was me talking about Magneto and how his ult is garbage. That video, basically, so by that point, I had already known how to use Magneto and his ult, and that I am not really good with him, and I don't know what I'm doing. But I understood the mechanics of his ult. Everyone, people said, well, in high elo, Grandmaster, Eternity, fucking Diamond, he's actually like a top tier fucking, look, I know, alright dog, shut up, alright? I made that video as like a funny skit to make fun of old people, alright? That's what that video was. I'm aware, in the caption of that video, I say, Magneto is good. I actually like Magneto. Like, that was the funny part about that video, was that like, people are just taking what I say and going with that, which, if you see the format of the video being a funny skit, if you didn't think it was funny, that's one thing. Not everything is a banger, all right? Not everything hits, but if you didn't like the sentiment of the video or thought it was funny, sure, but like, read the caption. And yes, I understand how to play Magneto. You gotta let his ult cook. You gotta let it build up. It's great against certain people. Blah, 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 blah. Shields. I know. I just, at the time, he didn't really mesh with my playstyle, and the game was still new, so I didn't understand everything. But I know now. All right? Everybody relax. Somebody even commented on that video, because in the skit, at the end of it, I shoot Magneto, right? And somebody said, if he's ulting, how would you... Bro, it's a skit. It's a skit, dog. I shot the bullet, and it hit Magneto, alright? Like, no, in the ult, it would absorb, but like, let the skit, like I said, not everything is a banger. Anyways. So another video was me talking about how Rocket and Jeff the Landshark don't get on Groot's shoulders. And it bothers me and pains me, because get on my shoulder. Like, especially look, and I understand people made valid points of saying, well, they're more of a target, they're more of a it's harder to heal the rest of the team, because as a frontline person you're kind of walking up and trying to take space, and it's harder for them to do their job when they're on your shoulders. Totally understand that. Very valid point. However, especially with Jeff, I'm slow. Groot is big, is large, and is slow. Play the Space Jam clip.
Well, you know, I may not be very tall, but I'm slow and large
and a dork.
But yeah, I'm very slow without Jeff on my shoulders, speeding me up with bubbles constantly. I would very much like you to be on my shoulders, please. Please. I would love it if you were on my shoulders. Another sentiment that I had was, I made a video about Rocket Raccoon, and I said, put the heels in the bag. People did not like that one. People were in my comments saying, wow, L take, this is your first bad take. This is your first, which, okay, I understand now that it came across as me encouraging heel botting and saying that you should have no other utility other than, you know, your healing and the orbs. And I said, put the right click in the bag. I understand that comes across as me saying you should only be healing, you should never be attacking. Again, it was more along the lines of a joke and a skit, because you should be attacking. But also, most rockets I've seen, because again, these videos are my experience, most rockets I've seen personally are very low damage, less than like 1,000 sometimes. Crazy heals, great placement of their revival thing. They get great revives off. Ult placement's pretty solid. You know, most be waiting for the big team fight and then they just pop it. You know what I mean? Like, and that was more along the lines of what I was talking about. However, I also have been informed that he's a tank buster all of a sudden. I didn't know that. Nobody's made videos on that. I haven't seen anyone talk about it. So, hey, if he's great against tanks, let me know. Show me the footage. Show me a video. I didn't make a video because I don't play strategists like that, so I don't have a good enough handle of those characters. I do enjoy playing Rocket, but most times I am just zip-zapping around, healing everybody as much as I can, and doing a last little bit of damage just to help out when people are kind of high health. But, like, don't heal bot, don't feed, don't just be spamming the heals. Be involved as a strategist. That's why they call it strategist and not healer or support. Finally, the video that kind of inspired this one was me saying that it would expose you. If I said it would expose you if there was a time counter for how long you were on the objective. And in the video, specifically, I said,
you know how many times I'll look backwards at the payload and see one person on it?
And for some reason, people took that as me exposing myself, because if I'm looking back at the payload, that means I'm not on the payload, which means I'm doing the sin that I'm talking about, which annoyed me a little bit because, okay, gang, like, sure, if I'm looking back, that means I'm not on it also. Yes, I understand that. But I'm talking about after a team fight, right? I'm talking about after a skirmish, after we've taken out 3-4 of the other team, right? And, you know, after that team fight, we've won the team fight, they've started to retreat, get back to the payload, right? And then people said, oh boy, what about taking space? We have to take space, and I'm an assassin, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, dog, taking space is important, right? Because people said, oh, taking space is not important anymore. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of bothered me. Like, yes, obviously taking space is important. Let me break it down how I interpret it. Keep in mind, low rank, gold 1 peak, right? Or gold 3 peak, sorry. No, gold 1. I peaked gold 1 because I almost made platinum. Anyways, so you push the payload, right? It maxes. Oh, another mistake I had. I said it maxes out at 3. It actually maxes out at 4. That's what everyone's been saying in my comments. Sure, all the more reason to get on the payload. But anyways, so game starts. You take up space. You push up. Frontline makes space for the duelists to do their damage, so that way they're not being focused. And then the strategists are in the back, healing as many people as they can, doing damage where they can. Mantis, damage boosting, blah, 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 all this. After that fight, as many people as possible, unless your character doesn't benefit from that, should be on the payload. Maybe if they've started to retreat and no one is in front of us, 1, why are you chasing? 2, what are you looking for, right? Unless you're a melee character like maybe Spider-Man or Black Panther, right? Tanks, strategists should be on the payload at the very least, I think personally. But again, that doesn't even have to be specific to role. If there's no one around, dog, stand on the payload. Push it. And then have a mental timer in your head, right, of when the other team is probably going to start spawning and showing their faces, because if you know the map enough, you know where the spawns are more or less, and then take position, right? Because, like, and the reason why I made that video and why I think being on the payload is so important after you've taken your space and won your team fights, because you don't want to have a team fight on the payload, right? You want to fight off the payload so that way the payload keeps moving. So if you can push them back, while even if no one's on it, it's still crawling, so that way after the team fight, you just jump back on and keep it moving. Look at it this way, right? Let's say you're on offense and you're pushing and you dominate the other team and you push at, you know, with a certain amount of time left. But then let's say that you're trash on defense and the other team pushes you faster than you pushed them. When you go to that 4th and 5th round, when you go to that next round, right, where it's like overtime and you have limited time to push as far as you can, the other team's gonna have more time to push it than you. Quick little tidbit, I guess. Let's say you pushed it and there was no time left and it went to overtime. If it goes to that tiebreaker round, you only have a minute. Whereas if the other team pushes it and they still had 2 minutes left on the clock, they now have 3 minutes. Who do you think is going to win? Like, that's all I don't understand why that didn't translate to people. Is that if there's no one around to fight, touch the payload. The moment they start showing their face, take your positions and take space, right? Like, I don't know why that didn't come across. I only have a minute and 30 seconds to make these videos because shorts format dictates that. Otherwise, I would get into detail like this. And hey, if you want more detail like this in these videos, I will do more of these videos, just maybe expanding on the if it don't apply, let it fly series, because there's a lot of times where I have more to say on certain videos, but I'm trying to keep it to a shorts vertical format. But I think I might start doing this more because I like just yapping. I like just talking. So if y'all enjoy this type of video, let me know. Please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, please share with your friends. I'm live pretty regularly. Whenever I'm live, I start with quick matches. Y'all are welcome to join. I don't use voice or text chat, but I might start doing that just maybe for content purposes, but I usually don't, just for my mental health, because I don't care about hearing people. But you're more than welcome to play, join me and my friends, and then when we go to ranked, I usually just either solo queue or play with a few of my friends. But chat, in the meantime, thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. I've been Main IK. You've been wonderful, and I will see you next time.